Hello, my beautiful and wonderful people. It's your girl, Pretty Choice, and you're welcome to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. If you're my old and returning subscriber, thank you for watching me. Thank you for supporting me. If today is your first time you come across my video, you're highly welcome. Kindly click the red button down below and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell whenever I post a new video. You will be notified. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. So guys, a lot have been going on. According to the court, Tory Lanez found guilty for shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. So guys, a lot of people are reacting. Is he really guilty or is he really innocent? So guys, I came across this video, so I decided to share with you guys. So guys, I want to know what you think about this video by dropping down your comment below. So I don't want to review more of this video. I will just leave you guys to enjoy the gist. So guys, yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Keep watching me, keep supporting me. I love you all. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.
Fast, guys. Easy. Watch.
How you feeling today, Megan?
Let's go.
How you feeling today, Megan? Great. Are you nervous? Are you scared?
Open up. On me, Megan.
Stay strong, Megan.
Meg, how do you feel? Megan,
You look great. You look great. Come on, Mama.
Megan, what do you think about the truth?
What do you want this outcome to be? Move out of the way. Yes, sir. I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Taw and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They met
With our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we have come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time.
that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Taw, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, you have children. Let us see. You're making other people's children go to jail. You have kids. God is watching.
And they never produced the prints, no fingerprints, not one. Tell me, how does bullets disappear in the LAPD's office? Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth be a record today that Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God, and you will know who I am.
In a packed courtroom, she testified today that following a party at Kylie Jenner's house, she got out of her SUV and then Peterson pointed a gun at her and told her to dance and then fired at her feet.
He said, dance, bitch, and he started shooting.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Nah, word of my dad, I couldn't wait for this case to be over because I feel like they're dragging it. But now we need like 2-3 more months to figure it out. Y'all sure? Are y'all sure? Nah. How much time to give him my son? This shit wicked. Y'all sure he did that? Hey, let me get a turkey sandwich and all that, you are? Jesus Christ. If he did it, then do the crime, do the time. But if he didn't, nah. This is fucked up.
So this didn't occur to me yesterday during my coverage of the Tory Lanez trial. We're getting ready to go in here to day 2. But before I go in, let me tell you this point that sort of crystallized for me when I was on the No Jumper show talking about this case last night. Here is the prosecutor's theory of the case. And remember, prosecutors are supposed to have discretion. They're out searching for the truth. Here's their theory of the case, what they intend to prove at trial. Meg Thee Stallion exits the vehicle. Tory Lanez comes out behind her, shoots 5 times while yelling, "Dance, bitch." Meg runs away from him, walks away from him, hobbles away from him. She's now 20-30 feet away from him inside a driveway of a residential home. She's not yelling, "Help, somebody call the police," nothing like that. They don't say that, but this is their account of the story. Okay, so let's just go back to just their facts. So she's there at the end, at the driveway. Kelsey comes out behind her. Kelsey goes to console her. What does Tory do? Now he's walking towards her and Kelsey. What does Kelsey do? She sees that, yo, this man who just shot her 5 times is coming for more. So she tries to intercept him. What does Tory do? He beats on Kelsey, physically assaults her. Kelsey has never said this truth to the police. No charges were ever pressed against Tory for Kelsey. The prosecutors are supposed to find the truth. They're supposed to use their discretion to find the truth. To me, if that's the story that they're going with, welcome to America. They're ODing on him like prosecutors do. And they're not talking about so many of the other events in this story that are critical to finding the truth. That's not the way it's supposed to be done. I'm sorry.
Look, no matter what you hear, there's 3 reasons Tory Lanez got a guilty verdict, right? You're going to hear all types of reports from different people, and they're going to say various things, but there's 3 real reasons why he got a guilty verdict. And the first is the testimony of Kelsey. Kelsey, the night of the shooting, that 60-minute plus recording during that interview is one of the biggest reasons Tory Lanez is going to be doing jail time starting next year. The second reason is witness tampering. Kelsey recanted her story. Meg and Kelsey both said that he offered him $1 million, and then Meg's bodyguard, whose livelihood is Meg Thee Stallion, he makes his money from Meg Thee Stallion. He was under pressure from the LAPD in the United States government, and he didn't show up. And he not only did he not show up, he ran. That told the jury that Tory had got to both Kelsey and the bodyguard. And then finally, Tory not taking the stand. You had the eyewitness, that was there. You had Meg's testimony, that was there. You had the DNA being convoluted, even with Kelsey's DNA on the gun. None of that mattered. The 3 things that put Tory down is witness tampering, Kelsey's testimony, and not taking a stand. I'll let your boy. Pray for Tory.
Tory Lanez was found guilty of all 3 charges, and I was a bit surprised by this, but I want you to actually listen to what I'm saying and not just hear me. I wasn't surprised because I'm Team Tory and he was innocent. He did nothing wrong. I was surprised because it seemed like there was enough holes in all the stories for him to be found not guilty. It just seemed like there was enough holes for there to be reasonable doubt. Now, I wasn't in the courtroom. I got my information from social media just like everyone else, so maybe the reporters who were putting stuff out there weren't doing the best job. It just seemed like none of the stories matched. Like, obviously, Meg and Kelsey were inebriated, so it makes sense that their stories are a little different. And then, like, the 2 witnesses were, like, woken up in the middle of the night and trying to look out and it's dark outside. So that makes sense, too, but it just seemed like they were very different. Like Meg saying she was the only one outside the car and there was no fight, and then Kelsey saying that there was a fight, and then Kelsey saying that she lied to the prosecution and she never saw Tory shoot Meg. And then one of the witnesses saying that they heard the fighting outside and that, you know, 2 women were fighting, and then a shot went off and the muzzle flash looked like it was closer to a woman than a man, and then Tory potentially got the gun and started shooting. And then another man said that he did see Tory shoot. Like, it was just very confusing. Then the DNA on the gun was inconclusive. So I just thought that he was going to get off because of reasonable doubt. There was a lot of reasonable doubt that he may not have been the shooter. But again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying Tory, free Tory. Like, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying I was a little bit surprised. And like I've been saying this whole time, the Meg hate will continue without any sort of stopping anytime soon. People are still going to be hating on Meg Thee Stallion. For years, probably. And in the aftermath of this case, there's going to be a whole bunch of like conspiracies, like Rock Nation paid off the jurors, like Rock Nation rigged the court. And again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I just didn't think he'd be found guilty, kind of like an OJ situation. But after the verdict, Tory Lanez's dad had an outburst, which, you know, makes sense. But bro is bald with a spray painted part. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be serious.
Tory Lanez going to jail and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't understand what the issue of me telling...
The names that I want to call: Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. So she said that he like shot her over the seat, and then in court they were like, he's not tall enough to do that.
How tall is Tory Lanez?
I think he's like 5'5". Maybe?
Oh, little man, little guy.
5'3", Google says.
What?
He claims to be 5'7", but everything says he's 5'3".
5'3" is like sort of a legal dwarf.
I think 4'11" is legal dwarf.
All right, so you could confuse him walking down the street, be like, oh, look, Tory Lanez is a dwarf. I don't think he's that tall.
There's a video of him and he stands up, Dave. I think he gets shorter when he stands up from his seat.
So then how is he dating Megan Thee Stallion?
He's got mad ridge.
I know, she's like 5'9".
Megan Thee Stallion's 5'9"?
She might be taller.
5'10".
There's no way it's 5'3".
And she always has heels on too.
Yeah, so 6'2". That looks like where are they going, to the circus? Like, there's no chance. That's not 5'3" if she's 5'9".
They don't look that. It's like when Kevin Hart's in a relationship with somebody.
How tall is Kevin Hart?
5'8".
All right, so
5'2", Google says.
5'2", no way.
So he's a legal dwarf too.
We just went over this. Guys, it's like 4'11".
I'm just saying, if you can't eyeball it, then you're a legal dwarf in my book. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying they're not that short. They're getting screwed by the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not making fun of Tory Lanez specifically for being 5'3". It's that he's 5'3" and such a terrible person. 5'3" inches.
I've been following the Tory Lanez trial really closely, so I was surprised when I saw this viral tweet saying that Megan's team confirmed she slept with him during her court session. It was tweeted on Monday, but Megan didn't even make a court appearance until Tuesday. So I looked into this account, Rap House TV. It covers hip-hop news and it has a really big following of over 250,000 people, but it's not verified, whatever that means nowadays. Rap House TV sourced this information from Milagro Grams. She is a hip-hop commentator who has been reporting on the trial from inside the courtroom. Milagro Grams tweeted this on Monday, which implies that Megan's team was in the courtroom. But Megan doesn't even have a team that's playing a role in this case because she's not the one on trial. Tory Lanez has a defense team, and there's a prosecution which is representing the state of California, not Megan. She is testifying as a witness. I reached out to Milagro Grams, and she told me that her tweet was actually referring to the prosecution, not Megan's lawyers. Still, people ran with this claim, and the misinformation went viral. The Rap House TV tweet has now been deleted, but before then, users using Twitter's community notes feature were able to add a clarification underneath.
But at the end of the day, the woman got shot. She deserved justice. That's all it came down to.
Just say you wrong. Just say you wrong. Because that's what we were saying. We were saying at the end of the day, it don't matter what she was wearing. It don't matter who she was sleeping with. It don't matter if she lied about who she was sleeping with. All that matter is that she got shot. And now you doubling back. And then you gaslighting us, talking about like, y'all too invested into this stuff. But aren't you Miss Court Etiquette?
The The crazy thing is that the only thing that's over right now for Megan Thee Stallion is the trial. She's still gonna face backlash and victim blaming and misogynoir because the whole time this was going on, people treated her like she was on trial. And for the black men that wanted her to lose, they're gonna take this as a loss against black men and blame Megan Thee Stallion for what happened to Tory Lanez. They're not gonna take this as a black man who was doing harm that's being held accountable. They're gonna take this as an attack on black men specifically. At the very least, those of us who supported Megan Thee Stallion, we're just hoping she has a support system right now because we know she needs it.
Guilty for the Meg Thee Stallion stuff, bro. Ain't no way, bro. This don't even make no sense.
Y'all are killing me with this. Y'all are all like, protect black women until it's a black man who inflicts harm upon her. Then all of a sudden she's a liar. She is a black woman, and y'all are acting as though that was an advantage for her in a court of law. Be for real. The fact that Meg is a black woman is the entire reason why this case blew up publicly the way that it did. The moment this case became public, y'all were against her, saying that she's a liar. Some of y'all held that perspective before any of the evidence came out. And now that he's been found guilty on all charges, y'all are saying stuff like this. He got a family and kids. Oh, that's weird, because when a white man does a crime against a black man, I don't hear y'all saying, oh, but a white man got kids. The white man has a family and kids. Don't send him to jail. If you have a family and kids, maybe don't commit crimes. One more thing, and you're gonna have to put your critical thinking caps on for this one, okay? Critical thinking. If instead of Meg, it were someone like Coy, I think a lot of y'all would have a different attitude toward this whole thing.
Am I the only one that just found out that Tory Lanez' real name is Daystar? His real name is Daystar Peterson, right? And his dad's name is Sunstar Peterson. Sunstar? Daystar and Sunstar.
Alright, bro. What the hell just happened? Tory Lanez just got counted guilty on all 3 charges. This man went 0 for 3. That's crazy. The reason that this is such a shock to me is because from the very beginning, it seemed like Tory, it was a slam dunk case. He was getting off easy. Like, bro, they literally said his DNA wasn't on the gun. The other girl said she was pleading the fifth. There were so many he says, she says. I thought this was an open and shut case. Forget the 28-3. Forget the 3-1. Forget the lead that the British had against a whole bunch of farmers. This is definitely the biggest blown lead of all time. And on top of all of that, he gotta serve over 20 years in jail. That's tough.